Hello everyone, my name is Brian Topping with Paradisus Day. This video will outline the process for continuing that man is you in the midst of the COVID-19 precautions. Our plan is to keep TMIY as normative as possible for the men. Therefore, we suggest you stick with your regular meeting day and time because that's what they've come to expect. And our goal is to maintain the viewing of the weekly content by the men and also maintain the small group discussions. The core team and the small group leaders have critical roles to play in this. The core team will oversee this entire process and nominate one person who will be responsible for sending the weekly email reminders. That might have already happened for your core team. In this case, they're going to be sending a new template that includes the link to view the weekly session video. The small group leaders are going to be asked to schedule virtual meetings for their small group, and we recommend that they use Zoom. Then, once the meeting is scheduled, to send that meeting link to the core team member responsible for those weekly emails. We're going to walk you through how to do this, and we're going to start with scheduling the virtual small group meetings because that information is going to be needed before the class email can go out. So if you go to zoom.com, in the upper right-hand corner, you'll notice a link to either sign in or to sign up. You're not seeing that on my screen because I already have an account. So in this case, I'm going to click my account and be taken to the Zoom dashboard. Here you'll find options for scheduling meetings. On the left-hand menu, under Profile, select the option for meetings. And then just to the right, you see a blue button to schedule a new meeting. Go ahead and click that. This brings up the meeting scheduler interface. The first thing we do is we name the meeting, and our suggestion is to name it your small group name. So here we will just call it Brian's Small Group. Enter a description if you like, and continue to the scheduling aspect. Our class, where I live, meets on Saturday mornings at 7:30. So we're going to make those adjustments. And the small group tends to meet for 30 minutes. Now a quick note, Zoom's free account offers a maximum of 40 minutes for each virtual meeting. So by scheduling this to 30 minutes, it helps you stay within that 40-minute limit. Verify that your time zone is correct, in my case Central Time is accurate, and then click the box for recurring meeting. The recurrence is actually weekly, so it repeats once a week on Saturdays. Again, correct for my class. And then the end date, I encourage you to think in terms of after a certain number of occurrences. If you match the number of occurrences with the number of weeks you have left in class, that should do the trick. In our case, we have 5. We do not want to require registration, nor do we want to require a meeting password. We do want the video to come on automatically for the host and the participant. And what these 3 things do together is they make it as easy as possible for your small group members to join the meeting. Next is audio. The default setting is to include audio for both telephone and computer. Zoom has just started pushing a notification that for free accounts, the telephone functionality may not be available. If that's the case, if you see that notification, feel free to click computer audio. What this means is that participants will only be able to join the meeting through their computer, their phone, or their tablet. Meeting options. You do want to enable the join before host. As a default, this is probably not checked, so make sure it's checked to look like this. And what that means is that if other participants join before you get there, they'll be able to still meet. Then go ahead and click Save. The next screen shows a summary of all of your meeting details. You see the name, the date. You can verify that the recurrence was scheduled appropriately, and if you're not sure, you can click this button to actually pull up and show those. I want to call your attention, if you scroll down, to this section on Invite Attendees and this link. This is the link that we'd like you to copy and make available to your core team. So if I highlight that and copy it, and then switch over. I'm going to clear all of this to a document. We'll call it Brian's Small Group, and then paste it. So this way you have your small group link for the remaining weeks of the session for easy reference. Go ahead and save that file, and then I recommend that you copy this and send it to your core team leader. Your core team leader will include that in their weekly email. So coming back into Zoom, if you click on the meetings button again on the left, all of a sudden it shows you all of your scheduled meetings right there for easy reference. The other thing I want to mention, so you have confidence in this, is if we look at the join URL, that should be the same for every week of your small group meeting. So this one ends in 08737. We're going to go back and check next week's meeting, and we go to the link and it says 08737. And if you want, you can verify that for all the scheduled meetings, but it is the same link, which is why copying and pasting that one link for your core team will work. Now, for the core team leaders who are going to be sending the weekly email, you access a weekly email system through the Paradisus Day website, www.paradisusday.org. Once you get to the home page, look for the login button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and it'll ask you to enter your email address and your password. I've already done that. Once you've done that, you'll come to your class management dashboard. In the menu on the left, click Broadcast Email and then Create from the submenu. This brings you to the email creation interface. You select your class. It'll auto-populate with the emails related to your content year, and you want to scroll down to select the week that you have coming up. In my case, we're going to be moving into week 22. You'll notice that there are two emails for week 22. The regular email that we would use if we were meeting in person, and then an email for the virtual class. You want to make sure you select the email for the virtual class. I should also point out that not every class is on the same meeting schedule. Some classes are in week 20 and 21, and so we've built this out to include virtual class templates for those weeks as well. Again, I'm going to select week 22. For example purposes, I'm just going to send it to myself, but you can select core team and participants. And then this is the part where you can enter your customized text. My encouragement is to enter the small group meeting links first. And so we'll go back to the Word document. We'll highlight the meeting link, and core team members, the presumption is that your small group leaders are sending you these meeting links, and you're also recording them in your own document. So you enter the meeting link, and what it's going to end up looking like. We're going to do this a couple of times. So let's say you have 6 small groups. They would show up like that. And I want to show you the reason why we're putting those in right at the top. If you click on Preview Email, it'll pull up what your email template looks like. If we scroll down, you'll notice it's a little different than what we've been doing normally to this point. The first section provides the link for the participants to view the session video for that week. And all they have to do is click that link, and as you can see on screen, it automatically populates the video in Vimeo. There's no logging in, there's no access, it's super simple. So all they need is that link to view the video. But then the second part talks about the virtual small groups. This part is built into the template, and then this part is the part that you typed in to that customizable text on the previous screen. And that's why we ask you to put the small group virtual meeting links right up at the top. I'm going to go back to that email editing window, and I'm going to suggest that you might also want to put in a revised meeting schedule and any announcements that you may have. The revised meeting schedule is important just to make sure the men don't have assumptions about when they're going to meet. In my class, we normally watch the session video at 7 in the morning. So we're going to put view session video, Vimeo link, number 1 above. At 7:30, the men are going to join small group meeting, Zoom link above, and then typically we end at 8 o'clock. So you would have adjournment. That just helps everybody know when to be on the same page with scheduling. And then finally, announcements. If you have anything that you want to announce, this is where you can help continue that normative experience of that man issue. Anything that the MC would typically announce can be placed here. So the announcement might be about the perpetual rosary that TMIY is doing. It might be about the adoration chapel, and it might encourage them to seek some inspiration through our Live the Faith reflections. Again, you finish all that, you click preview, you go through and verify that it's exactly what you set up, and then at the bottom you can click send email now, and that email will be sent. If you are not sure or need more help on how to use the class management email system, we have a tutorial available. Because you're not going to be able to click the link in this video, I encourage you to hit the pause button if you want to copy it down. We will also include that link in the notes of the YouTube video. Last thing is, we're all in this together, so we're here to help. If you have any questions about this procedure, you can contact your program coordinator, or if you don't know who that is, feel free to reach out via email at info@paradisestay.org or by calling 281-974-3541. Finally, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for your dedication in trying to help bring TMIY to the men in these challenging circumstances, and in so doing, helping to continue their spiritual nourishment. Thank you, and God bless.